Welcome to Shamanic Guidance. Today we're doing readings that are general. What do I want to know at this time readings? They're quick and they're deep. So we've got 3 piles. The first one is the return, the second one is transformation, and the third is sacred marriage. Timestamps are below, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile 1, welcome to your reading. We're doing general quick readings today. Let's flip your cards over. We've got the 7 of Air, Futility, Father of Earth, 9 of Water with Joy, the Astronomer, Discovery, Augury, the Return, Gifts, As the Weaver's Way is True, Sage Advisor, Seek the Guidance of Lived Wisdom, and Your Past Supports Your Future. So let's start with your tarot cards. 7 of Air with Futility. Like in this card we see a spear that's been chopped off. So it's like this is a tool that's no longer usable. So I feel like there's something in your life that's been useful to you, that's been helping you or supporting you in some way, and suddenly it is no longer available. So this could be like a job that you are no longer getting much out of. It's like an empty well. There has been a depletion of the usefulness and value of something in your life. Could be a relationship, could be anything. We're just looking here at something that has come to the end of its value and usefulness to you. The Father of Earth. I feel like this energy here it's really like a mirroring energy. And it feels like an energy that's really calling you to look in your own eyes and kind of come to an account in a way in yourself. There's some need to check in with yourself at a really deep and honest level. That maybe, things that you've been using to fill something of yours, you can no longer fill yourself with those things. It feels a little bit like when I'm looking at this character in this card, it feels like I have like these addictions, I have these issues, and I'm here at this shaman's place for, to face myself and to cleanse and to look at how I've been living and what I've been doing, and really note that there are ways that aren't working anymore. So yeah, this character here feels like a really grounded, like he's the Father of Earth, of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, it's a really masterful character around the earth element. Someone very, very grounded, stable, that kind of has like very, very sage wisdom about how to live a good earth life, how to walk in a really good way. And with this other card down here, Sage Advisor, Seek the Guidance of Lived Wisdom, it feels like almost like a get in touch with your elders, or even your inner elder, your higher self. Get in touch with this part of you that knows the way, that has lived wisdom, because I feel like this is within you. This could also, for many of you, it could be both. Like it could be wisdom that's in you that you've already lived, you already know, to be able to feel the futility of something, to be able to discern when something is no longer serving you. It's like you have lived through things like this before. You know when a well is empty. And so tapping into your own higher self to get in touch with, what's no longer serving me. I feel like, if this is like a relationship, you always kind of have people around you that are observing the relationship, and later when things break off, they're kind of like, yeah, I could have told you, like it wasn't looking good, So I feel like there are kind of quiet, respectful, wise observers around you as well, and that you can ask them for accurate reflections of, kind of how you're doing in this earth walk. How are you doing with your money, with your relationships, with your home, etc., your body. It's just a check-in of like your material balance at this time. So after this card, we have Nine of Cups, Nine of Water with Joy, and it's a really nice kind of replenishing energy where we're getting a renewal. So there's this renewed energy that's coming in, and I was listening to Jungian Path on YouTube last night, and their talk about the libido, which to Jung is like a life force, like a desire force that flows within us, that feels like a passion and excitement and drive towards newness and expansiveness. And so when we have things in our life that are no longer like serving, they're no longer giving value, we have to kind of kill those things off and cut off that dead energy, and then we see that desire force, life force kind of starts naturally flowing to us. So I feel like you're at a real kind of, not really a crossroads between past and future, but it's like you're coming out of whatever was holding you stagnant and stopping your flow, and you have re-established your flow, is what this Nine of Water card is saying. With the Astronomer card, discovery, like, and that your past supports your future. There's going in a new direction. There's even, and it's not necessarily like brand new things. With the return here, it's also coming back to things that are nourishing, that you already know are nourishing to you, that maybe you were away from them for some time. It's like coming back and picking up the gifts of the experience. You know, it could be not just about returning to like practices that value you or give to you, but returning to wisdom that maybe you were out of touch with for a while because of, you know, like we really do have our flow stopped up when we pursue things that aren't right for us, that aren't giving to us, that aren't giving us value. Our flow stops up, and then we kind of forget our wisdom even temporarily. We get disconnected from pieces of ourselves. So this is a coming back to those pieces of you and that flow, and recovering kind of whatever gifts went offline for a while, and also opening up to the new gifts that are coming in as a product of having this flow kind of start back up. So with the Weaver's card here, this card is about trusting in a partnership with spirit, and it feels like this is what you're calling into your life, especially with this like very fiery horse card here, because this is the year of the fire horse. This is what we're moving into and what we're kind of calling into our life right now. And so for you, this is like you're calling into your life more deeper connection with your higher self, deeper connection with the universe, with spirit, with these like wise guiding forces of well-being and passion and everything that the libido kind of represents. So this is about recognizing kind of the gifts of what you've been through, how your past has supported you. It's like a taking stock moment, it's a digestion moment, and it's just this kind of process that I feel is naturally kind of going on within you, where you're recovering things that benefited you, things are coming back online, you're feeling new things coming in. It's a very nice kind of transition zone as you leave this futility energy behind. So just being mindful of whatever in your life is feeling futile at this time, like something that is just not working, it is not going anywhere, it's not serving you, it is feeling like, you know this feeling. I really feel like you have been here before with this lived wisdom kind of vibes, like you know what this is, and use your lived wisdom and your flow will start back up. So let's pull a few more cards to close this reading. So your cards are: the collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? Blessed with gratitude. Catharsis. And Elder Beaver, remain focused. So I'm getting the sense that there's kind of chaos around you at this time. There are people and they have desires for you, and there's kind of conflicting energy around you. And your job is to really, like, if I were to give you one practice to do at this time, it would be gratitude lists and just sitting there writing, like, all the things you can think of that you're grateful for, and just sitting in that energy as much as possible, because it feels like there is definitely a lot around you that is trying to steal your energy, steal your focus, take you off your path, that kind of thing. These depleting kind of futile energies that are around you. It's like you're learning how to really focus and release. Like this is your medicine at this time, focusing and releasing, really putting all your energy into what is serving you and what is moving you forward, and releasing what is not. And it feels like it's just time for you to become more masterful with this, because it really feels like you know what to do. You already know what to do. You've already lived this kind of thing before. Like you've had chaotic environments in your past and you've focused and you've got through it. It's like draw on that wisdom that's within you, because you know what to do already. Maybe you just needed to be kind of told again in this reading, but you definitely know what to do. And this might just be a confirmation for you. Like there's nothing going wrong. The fact that all this chaotic, distracting energy is around you at the time doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It's just, this is just you kind of going against the flow a little bit, going upstream a little bit, and really using your focus power to get you to where you want to be, which is to that beautiful Nine of Cups, that joy place, and that following your bliss, following your passion and your desires at this time, and just really feeling like the blessedness of you and your life, and just really building kind of the fire in you and underneath you to get you to go forward. That's really what you need to focus on at this time. So that's your reading, pile 1. Thank you for listening, and blessings on your journey. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. We're doing quick general readings today, so let's flip your cards. We have Embracing the Future. I step into the future with an open heart. The Fool reversed. Judgment. And Ace of Pentacles. Encourage. A welcoming heart. Be receptive to unexpected blessings. Transformation. The Scholar. Investigation and research. Self-interest. Frogs. Return moon. Building dreams. Determination. Cooperation. And Elder Bison. Open to increased abundance. So the vibe I get from this reading is like, this is someone who is potentially like applying for schools. They're having all these ideas about starting their own business. Maybe there's a team of people around you that you want to collaborate with. Maybe you need some degree first before you can work with these people. Or there's just things that you need to do in order to really bolster your position in your career. And I'm really feeling like a collaborative project that is like a self-employment kind of thing. Like it feels like almost like your own company with your own team, or you're part of this with other people. I can feel like a team energy here. But there's this piece here around focusing on like figuring out what you need in order to really show up in your position in this group, in this project in a bigger way, so that you can open up to what is coming to you, because it feels like some really big energy is coming your way. The self-interest card is interesting because it just points to bringing your attention back to yourself and like asking, what do you need in order to be your best self and in order to show up in the best way right now? How can you develop yourself and your career and really show up for whatever kind of abundance financial project you're trying to do here? Again, feels like this could be some sort of project that you're doing that's going to bring in money for you. And yeah, you're just needing to check in and invest in yourself and invest in whatever you need in order to become who you need to be in order to like really show up for this and receive the blessings of it. The Fool reversed is interesting next to Embracing the Future. There's a little bit of like trepidation around opening up, maybe even starting over. Like this could be someone who's a little like aggravated that they're having to start something new, although it feels like this is something that's really, really good and is going to yield fruit very quickly. But there's some trepidation here. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe you don't feel like you're ready, or you don't feel good enough, but the key for you is just to understand that, like, you just need to figure out what you need in order to make yourself feel more ready, more capable, because it feels like, yeah, you can study more, you can get a degree, you can do some research, you can invest in yourself a little bit and make yourself the person that you need to be in order to show up for this with 100%. Because it feels like you really have a place here in this project, and there's a specific role that you're going to be playing, and it's just an ask of like, what do you need to do to be your best self and to show up 100% for this project? So this could be, you know, your project involves communicating with people and you feel a little under-resourced. You're like, I don't really know how to do that, or I don't feel like I'm good at that. Well, spend some time investing in that part of you, right? Get some practice, watch some videos. It's like a pretty simple message that you just need to put some effort into kind of bringing yourself into alignment with this project, because it feels it's like it's all here and it's all waiting for you, and you are just maybe lagging like a little bit behind, where you really need to like jump in at 100%, but you're lagging behind a little bit, and it's because of the feeling like you're not ready for some reason, or you don't have the resources, or you're not capable somehow. So this is, again, just like do a check-in, feel out what you need in order to bolster your sense of like, I can do this and I'm here, and then do those things. Very simple reading. Let's pull a few more cards, see if there's any other messages. Your next cards are rest, renew, recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? Madonna of Roses, ascendancy, capacity, and when Coyote calls your name. So with Coyote crowning this reading, it feels like maybe like the parts of you that feel unresourced, or like you're not capable or not ready, or maybe you're not being recognized for like something that you do have even, this could potentially be a detour into new directions. So along with this notion of like figure out what's missing and go kind of bolster yourself, this is just spirit saying like, whatever's kind of not working out right now, or showing you where you're lacking or whatever in some way, it's all serving you. It is meant to guide you in new directions, in new courses that, you know, you may not get what you think you want from one area, but the detours are like moving you into discovering things that are beneficial to you. So again, maybe you're feeling bad, like you don't have the capability to do something, and what that is asking you to do is just go figure out, like go take a course or something, and you'll be surprised by how wonderful that actually, like how much of a benefit it is to you, where that might not be something that you'd normally do. So any kind of no's or issues right now, they're redirecting you in new directions, because of like, you might not be open to these specific things. It is like the Fool reversed, where, yeah, you might be a little resistant to like trying new things or studying new things or going in new directions. And this, whatever you're experiencing, is like just kind of pushing you into things that you may not be normally open to, because those are ultimately going to be really helpful for you. So with Madonna of Roses, and yeah, coming back to self-interest, it feels like the obstacles or issues that you might be facing have to do with like other people. This card, I'm just going to read a tiny bit. It says, she goes through struggles early on in life that teach her when she will need to protect herself from those people or situations that would try to cut her off from what vitalizes and inspires her with life. She is taught to recognize those that would steal her away from her destiny and try to use her for their own selfish purposes. She knows that people who try to use her do not love her. They are interested in what they can gain from her, not what they can share and create together with her. So there's this energy here around like moving away from the wrong people and moving towards the right people. If you're in some sort of group or workspace where some people are benefiting you, some people are jealous, etc. It's like knowing where to invest your energy, because you have the capacity to grow and become really like successful in whatever this is. And maybe like what you need to do is learn how to deal with certain people, and like that's the detour that you're being pushed on. And the scholar, you know, maybe this is doing a little bit of research into psychology so that you can deal with these people better. Doing research on like how to care for yourself more, you know, in a more deep way, like perhaps researching the nervous system or like kind of depth psychology, something that's like a bit more of a robust tool than what you've maybe been using, and just opening to new pathways so that you can navigate like whatever challenges these are. It does feel like, you know, if you're on a team project, some of the people are trying to use you or trying to steer you off your path. Yeah, it's whatever is happening is meant to help you kind of, it's a divine detour. These people that are not kind of serving you, it's pushing you in new directions, and this is happening because you wouldn't go in those new directions without this push. So it's all kind of, you know, serving you in the end. It just might feel a little aggravating, but it feels like you really know what to do with this, especially with this reading, kind of confirming your suspicions. You know the things that you need to study. You know the directions that you need to go. So this is very nicely summed up by this Ascendancy Capacity card. So I'm just going to read it. Challenges in your life are a means to a greater end, catalyzing your readiness for an increased flow of grace and refining your ability to handle higher levels of spiritual electricity and responsibility. Continue to engage in your process, recognizing that your limits are being tested. At the same time, take care and apply wisdom so that you navigate the line between breakdown and breakthrough. This is a testing time with an extremely positive end in view. Embrace your power whilst surrendering into your wisdom. So this is beautiful. It's just, this reading is just a reminder that whatever challenges you're facing, like you might be starting something new and having so many problems right away. These are just like tools for you to get into better alignment with what you're manifesting. Whatever challenges are coming your way are not there to push you down or to hurt you or cause you real problems. They're just there to help you become more successful, to help you navigate into alignment with the success that you're calling in. So you may not be there yet, vibrationally even, like your nervous system might not be ready for a bigger life and more abundance, but the challenges around you right now are there to help you walk into a nervous system that can handle like this big life that you're calling in, this big life that you're creating for yourself. So there's nothing going wrong. This is just about you kind of learning how to navigate this with a little more mastery and just really understanding so that you're not hurt by life and by your reality. You're not hurt and nothing's, to not feel hurt and to know that nothing is going wrong, because the challenges are there to support you in expanding beyond where you've been before. That's the reason why they're in your life at this time. And if you can really feel that and soften into that, take care of yourself through this rather than maybe bashing yourself, and really bringing your focus to yourself and how you can support yourself moving through this at this time. Like, you're going to be golden, and this is going to help you be able to expand into your next phase of life, which is like a lot bigger than what you've been living before. So just embrace whatever challenges are coming your way. They are here to help you expand and step into the bigness that you need to embody first before you can have this kind of bigger life that is coming in. It is destined, it's happening. So that's your reading pile 2. Thank you for listening, and blessings on your journey. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. We're doing quick general readings at this time. Let's flip your cards over. You've got Elder Bear, Rest Your Body. The Herald, Small Regrets, Longing. The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. The Sacred Marriage. Strive for clarity, stretch and reach your dreams. Soaring into joy. Rethink restriction. And territory. So your reading is definitely about relationships, and it feels to me like you've you've had a new person come into your life, but it feels like it's almost like after a breakup, or you're still navigating like a divorce, kind of like a complicated, kind of messy situation that you're still exiting, and you've had someone new show up that feels like fresh and invigorating, and you're excited about it. There's a bit of like regrets and longing. These are interesting words because regret is kind of like something that you don't feel good about from the past, and longing is like, well, it could be something that you want that is kind of being withheld to you. It's withheld from you. It's a really interesting card, and I can really feel like the conflictedness. And if you look at the Herald, that card, the way the snakes are intertwined, and then you look at that Two of Cups and the way that pouring tea there is intertwining into these cups, there's a really interesting energy here that feels like past and future kind of weaving together. And what I feel is, it feels like you're carrying a lot right now. There's a heaviness to you, and there's restrictions around this new relationship that's come in. Like, you can very clearly see that it's kind of blocked in a way. Like, maybe this person is still coming out of a relationship, or there's all these circumstances around you that kind of slowed down your capacity to know each other. And there might be some frustration or some longing, some frustration around the restrictiveness of what this feels. But what I'm feeling is like you really just need to rest, because between this Elder Bear, rest your body, and the Knight of Pentacles that looks like so heavy, and I even got like my liver kind of pinching as I'm speaking. It's like you have too much to process at this time. Like you have too much energy that you need to sort through right now. And so although you have like this nice new relationship energy coming into your life, or maybe this is an opportunity, like it could be something else, but you're too full and you need to rest, you need to process, you need to kind of cycle the old stagnant energy out of your system before anything can move in. So this is a message around like taking the time to process, to find clarity, to clear your mind, you know, maybe take some space and time from your situation. There's just such a like complexity and like fuzziness, fogginess around this energy that feels like very tiring, and like you just need to find some mental rest, some clarity, and even like find your joy, you know, like to elevate yourself out of whatever heaviness you've been in. And so yeah, it feels like whatever beautiful, bright new thing that's kind of coming your way, it's being stalled or restricted, or it's not allowed at this time. It's because you have this heaviness that you need to kind of clear out first. So that's what's keeping this new thing at bay. A really good example of this is like you're just getting out of a heavy kind of feeling relationship. Maybe it's not even closed yet. You've met a new person and you're wondering like, why aren't they texting me? But you also see like all these restrictions around you that you can't move anything forward at this time, and you're frustrated by that. But Spirit is going, there's a reason why the restrictions are there, and don't take it personally and don't interpret it as anything. It's literally like a response to your own energy, which is very, at this time, like overloaded. And there are things that you need to cycle through your system. Physically, I would be supporting the body right now with some liver supports, liver supplements, maybe some tea, anything that can help your system process this kind of heavy energy that needs to move through you. And once you do that, it feels like this will start to move in the way that you want. Like there's nothing going wrong here. It's just the reality is responding to you and your needs right now, and you do need to rest. You do need to cycle things through you. You do need to move some old energy that's like heavy and ready to go out of your life. So we'll pull a few more cards to get any further clarity on this message. So you've got Medicine Circle, Earth Goddess, Following, and Weavers Watch the Dragons Fly. So let's look at these new cards. It feels like there's something in your life that's kind of, it feels like it's going to be successful, There's this energy that's kind of leading you forward that it feels like you're on a path and you're stepping along, and the next stone just keeps kind of coming, and it feels like something's happening for you. It's just kind of you're caught up in a little bit around the process. Weavers Watch the Dragons Fly is about not taking anything personally. It's about, whatever, as I said, like, yeah, this new kind of nice energy coming into your life might be a little slower, or like maybe you just started a new job and it's a little slow right now, you're not getting clients. Like there's something around things kind of not being what you want them to be right now. But the message is to not take whatever that is personally. Like, it's not about you. It's not a reflection of you or what this is. Again, like the really good example that I gave was like, you met a new person and they're not texting you right away. It's like, don't take it personally. It feels like that it's going to go well. It's just that you need to take some time to like nourish yourself and nourish your dreams in a way that's like grounded and earthy, so that you can actually move this forward. So there's a bit of like detachment needed. There's, that Six of Swords card and the Strive for Clarity card and the Soar into Joy. Like there's a need for lightness and processing right now. And to not worry about where things are going. Because it feels like there's success in your future. There's just like, yeah, like you're navigating a bit of a process right now, and it's a little frustrating, but I'm going to read some of the Earth Goddess because this is such a good, like, sum up of this entire reading. It says, to live the dream, we have to surrender the fantasy. This can be painful. It feels like the end when, in fact, it is the beginning. Once the pain passes, there is the joy of what we have yearned for coming to life. It may not be as perfect as the fantasy, but it will be real and it can nourish us. We can build our appetite for life with dreams, but we cannot be fed by them. The soul requires a real life experience to become fully alive, to have experiences and grow. There's a fantasy that wants to become reality for you. Don't let a few gritty moments or human imperfections prevent you from experiencing the joy of heaven on earth. So you have a dream, you have a vision. It's like a spark of it has showed up, and there's just a little bit of frustration around like, how do I make this happen? Why is it not happening? This card says, when you can do something, do it. When you cannot, rest and wait for your intuition to nudge you. When the time is right to take action. You are an earth goddess. You have the power to manifest your visions, to bring your beautiful ideas to life in the world. And that's also this medicine circle card. It's like you have the resources to create this dream, to nourish this dream and to build it. And I don't know if you're like frustrated or you're annoyed or you're just feeling the heaviness, you're feeling bogged down, or like you're fighting for something. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm getting some pain in my heart. Like maybe you're feeling unsupported by spirit, or just feeling restricted, like things are not going forward, things are going wrong. But this message is really like giving you you have everything you need in order to make this dream come true. And there are restrictions and things like that around you because of just needing to move out some old heavy energy, but you're also supported during this process. Like you have what you need in order to move everything out that needs to go, and you have everything there that is supporting the building and moving forward of this dream. So I've been mentioning like a new relationship scenario, but I also really feel like this could definitely be career or a project that you're beginning, where there's this big dream and it's like, it's gonna happen, but there's this path there, and it's like, okay, how do I navigate this? Do I move now? Do I not move? What do I do? And there's just this messaging around this heaviness in you that's being cleared out so that you can really engage this new energy from a space of joy and clarity and bliss. And you're going to get there. And the restrictions and like the issues right now, the no's, this is very much like you have a project and there's like a board, and the board is saying like, no, we can't do this right now, and no, we can't do that right now. And there's just this questioning around like, how do I navigate this? But what's really clear is like you have everything you need to navigate this. There's a rest piece in this for you. There's a cleansing piece, a nourishing piece, and an observing piece of being able to just kind of step back and let this be what it is and be the process that it is, and to get your thoughts straight around it, to get your energy straight, to get yourself focused on joy and like building momentum towards your dreams so that you can really create what you want to manifest. Like the no's, the obstacles, the restrictions, they're all kind of serving in some way. So I'm pulling one more card to get the like, how does pile 3 move forward right now? And we've got, out of the woods you've made it through. What newness is emerging? So this is a time to take stock. Like we're currently in a Mercury retrograde as I'm recording this reading. So this reading is going to be colored by that energy and that need to like revisit, rethink, go back, do some journaling, find the gifts of whatever you just experienced, clear out whatever heaviness is kind of on you. If there's any negative thoughts or regrets about what happened or what didn't happen, what could be, what you want, etc., like to process that and to turn your awareness to the new that's coming forward from whatever you've just kind of completed, whatever heaviness you're stepping out of. You've completed some sort of old cycle, and it's time for you to move forward. But again, like whatever obstacles you're kind of facing, they're your resource, and you're going to be supported in moving that energy out of your system so that these obstacles can gradually melt away. Your energy will become more and more powerful. It's like just walk through this process because you're fine here. There's so much support, so much nourishment. There's just the need to like navigate this for a little while using different tools, using your wisdom, checking into where are you pushing, where do you need to rest, where do you need to revisit, where do you need to kind of Mercury retrograde whatever's going on for you. But it really feels like you're going to get what you want, you're going to get where you're going. And you don't have to rush anything, you don't have to push anything, you don't have to kind of long for situations that might not be available to you because like the right thing is around the corner. It just feels like you're really golden, and anything that's around you is like serving you in some way right now. So that's your reading, pile 3. Thank you for listening, and blessings on your journey.